Welcome to Season 2 of the Pig Roach Files. Good Samaritans and fellow agents, this season will be an interesting one. For us here at the DIA, we've made a few changes around here, and we are being presented with the chance to grow this series a little more. We are planning on offering a deeper dive into the Pig Roach lore, as well as each topic that will be presented in these episodes. Our topics will be pulled up using tools and evidence presented by our lovely special agents that we have here in our network. We will look into the past and try to bring up and connect it to the current events of the Pig Roach. And I enjoyed my nice end of the year break, and I am refreshed, and I hope you are too. So now let's get in to the first topic. Getting sick happens in life. It's just something you have to go ahead and either grin and bear it, take a few meds, and get off your butt and go to work, just to make sure that ends meet, because you don't have any sick days to go ahead and give up. The Pig Roach got a common cold around Christmas, and he couldn't fulfill some of his obligations. Yet he had the time to constantly complain on Twitter about his symptoms and the woe is me from not being able to go ahead and stream. Even his Pig Roach cult called him out a couple times on his Twitter because they had enough of listening to him whine about being sick. He claimed a couple times that he was choking in the middle of the night. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never done that during a common cold. It seems a little strange, and I have a theory I want to present to you. And that theory is that the Pig Roach has sleep apnea, which symptoms include excessive daytime sleepiness. You can see all of his yawns during his live streams, his insomnia that has him go ahead and stay up late into the night, nightmares. We all know he has nightmares about not making enough money, sleep deprivation, as well as snoring during the middle of the night. I'm sure that it comes with a plenty hefty amount of snorting too. He has also episodes of no breathing, also known as choking, breathing through the mouth, or loud breathing. Also common issues that come up with sleep apnea or depression, dry mouth, dry throat, fatigue, headaches, irritability, mood swings, and even weight gain. Now, if you take a look at some of those symptoms, could this be the next health reemergency that we see from the Pig Roach? He needs to raise some money to make sure he gets a CPAP machine so he doesn't die in his sleep. Now, as when it comes to how the Pig Roach dealt with his illness, we have Special Agent Snort Burnell here, presenting us the evidence of the Pig Roach illness. So let's go ahead and take a look.
This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
I have not been doing so well. As I'm sure you can probably hear in my voice, I'm very congested. Had pretty much a really shitty 2 days. Actually 3 days. Because, you know, I started off on Christmas Eve that I was supposed to do a special podcast with all of you. Friday is actually my day off, which I know is crazy because it's not like I just didn't have 2 days away. It's not like they were days that I actually got to relax. It was days that I was suffering. And this Friday, I actually have a few things I have to do on Friday, including I got a haircut appointment. So this Friday, I have to take off.
2 thumbs fucking down for me. Doing a 9 to 5 would be easy. In addition to my normal income, I need to raise about another roughly $16,000 between now and April. I know that many of you actually cheered some cheers during the time away. I apologize. There's no way I'm going to be able to do like a half an hour of reading those cheers tonight, you know. But I want to say thanks for the money, dummies, because that's exactly what you fucking are. A bunch of fucking empty-headed idiots who paid me money to get absolutely nothing out of it. Thanks. Wow. Even though there was quite a lot of scumbags who sent me really negative, insulting messages as well. Why am I toxic? More toxic, more toxic. Dumbass people with conspiracy theories like I'm faking my illness, which makes no fucking sense. Yes, I'm faking my illness to not do the holiday podcast that traditionally gets a lot of attendance and actually makes me some good money. Yeah, I'm faking an illness to not do it. And people are so fucking dumb that I don't even want to get into it because it's just going to get me upset. But, you know, I do want to say thanks to everyone who was very, very positive. And thanks to those who were patient. I apologize. Obviously, I had no plans to get sick like I did. And it sucks that it happened. Okay?
What the fuck? I guess I'll start recording. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, tonight I'm playing Minecraft and I apologize because I'm very under the weather. I've been very sick for the past 2 days. I only got the ability to talk back earlier today. My throat is still swollen. My head is still massively congested, so I can only talk like this. I can't really be myself, and I apologize, but I said that tonight I would do some Minecraft because it's more laid back, it's more chill, and it doesn't require me to really do, even though there's a lot of talking, it's not a ton of like, oh my god, yelling or screaming or anything like that. And it's a lot more interactive when you guys, you know, interact with me on stream. It's a lot better than, say, a stream where I have to like hyper-focus on reading or commenting on multiplayer gameplay or whatever. So anyway, I just loaded it, and if you remember where we left off, I was underground mining, and I just loaded the game, and look what just happened. I literally loaded the game, I was supposed to be underground, instead I fell out of the sky, and smashed and died. It makes absolutely no sense what just happened. Zero. I have no idea where I am, I have no idea what just happened. It spawned me in the sky and killed me. And I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. It was showing an island in the rain with a sheet. Maybe it's my original spawn point over here. Maybe that's where all my stuff is. Yeah, it looks like it. Super Batcat resub for the 22nd month in a row and asking, am I feeling better? No. I can talk, but I still feel like shit. I do. I feel awful. But, you know, being away for 2 days with no streams is not a good idea when I need to raise money to pay my bills in less than a week. So, I have to be here as much as I can, even though Friday I have to be off. So, things are just not working out so well for me recently, I'm just being honest here. They're just not. But there's not much I can do about it. I guess I'm just going to be screwed for January and not pay any of my bills or something. I don't know. I don't know what else to do anymore.
I don't even know what to say. Give me money, money. Cody Carl's Charity said, what would you do the morning after drinking a lot during your old YouTube videos? The morning after drinking a lot, I would sleep in. I like how you're laughing too.
Well, it's funny.
Oh yeah, Mash Labrador did a 100-bit cheer. He says, I read on Twitter you and Kat got to go to an Italian restaurant on Christmas Eve. Great, hopefully it was good. No, that didn't happen at all. If you really want to know the truth, we went out to a local
fast food Chinese place. But we won. Good
Dark
shit.
Side Fuel's a stupid, cowardly, ugly, jobless, narcissistic, egotistical man-child who begs for people's money just by sitting on his fat
There we
ass,
go.
sucking a video games 24/7 and will never adapt to a professional level
Listen
in
to this
gaming.
guy.
Do not donate to this loser. He only using your money just to buy fast food, making his fans
Oh, I'm buying
pay for
fast
his
food.
own bills and keeps Moses unearned.
Okay. Now back to the game. I use my money to buy fast food. That's interesting.
because I was feeling like terribly like shit. And even though we were originally planning on maybe going somewhere nicer, we just went to the closest place possible and we got fast food Chinese. And that's what we did for Christmas Eve. And we came right home. Because I felt awful. No, I honestly, if you want my honest opinion, what I really think happened was, it's a combination of overworking the hell out of myself these past couple of weeks. As you know, I streamed 9 straight days without a break. Then took a day off when all I did was run around and do things and was busy all day. Didn't really relax. Then came back for my incredibly busy holiday weekend with all my special events and everything. So I think I overworked myself way too much. And then
Basically, during the holiday events, as you guys know, I basically kind of got really worried because there weren't a lot of contributions coming in. This kind of shit needs to come out. This kind of shit needs to be exposed for what it is. It's greed. It's greed. Greed is massively strong. I have no fucking self-control. And I was kind of counting on my holiday stuff to do really well. Like I told you guys, no exaggeration, I don't have enough money right now to pay my bills in January at all. And I don't really know what to do. McDonald's. So when it was like really slow, I was playing, especially this Sunday, I was doing Street Fighter and stuff, and nothing was coming in. People were complaining it's boring. I was like, this is not good. Like, I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills. I really, 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 really need your support right now, folks. By the way, I really desperately need the money to help with my tax situation. So, hint, hint, save the house. I'm really fucking nervous. So basically, I think what happened is, you know the term sick with worry? Oh my god! That's great! Oh my god! I think that's what it is. I was drinking while I was overstressed, and I just got sick with worry about shit going on, and I let myself get sick. I think that's honestly what happened. It's absolutely pathetic, but that's how people are on the internet. That was pathetic, in my opinion. Wow. Congratulations, you're pathetic. Pretty pathetic. Little sensitive sissy ninny. Little special snowflakes who've been pet and, protected by their parents all their lives. It's the parents' fault. It's been a very tough year for me. It's been a great year, but financially it's been a very tough year for me, where a lot of things have just been completely out of my control that kind of screwed me over. I'm not going to talk about it tonight because we're going to talk about this on the podcast. It's one of the major segments of the podcast.
So I'm going to talk about that on the podcast. I really don't want to talk about it all night tonight. I just want to chill with you guys, But I think that's what it was. Like, I got really just sick with worrying about the future.
First, I got to get my horse. Where the fuck is it? Where's my horse? I just completed a mission. My horse is missing. I got no friggin' horse. No horse and no money. So really bad. You know, it sucks. It's just life. It happens. You know, and it stinks. But, you know, it is what it is. That's life, I guess. And all I can do is move forward positively. You know, tomorrow I am going to hopefully do the podcast, even though I'm going to sound terrible.
Hopefully the podcast will go well. I guess we'll see. Remains to be seen, right, how it's going to go.
Cat, you need to get out now. That place is toxic. You have no horses available? Why? Oh, fuck!
Hopefully I can raise money to pay bills, and if I can't, what else can I do, right? I don't even know what else to say about it. Like, I don't even think it's really worth talking about, because if I don't raise enough money, I guess I get into trouble. What else can I say? You know, I hear ya, I am the Knight. I am the Knight says maybe I shouldn't overwork myself around Christmas, because it doesn't necessarily equate to better quality stuff. I hear ya. You know, for me, I mean, again, I'm just being very real with all of you. I'm very, very worried about money. This year has not been a good year for me money-wise, because of many different factors that I actually will explain on my podcast.
Oh no, that's my horse, stupid. This horse is fucking dead, dude. The horse is dead.
When I get to do it, hopefully tomorrow, and it's stuff that I can't really fix or change. It's stuff that's just changing around me, and it makes me very worried about the future, to the point where, like, you know, well, the only way that I can make more money is to work harder or work more, stream more, do more content, right? That's the only way I can think of to fix the situation for something that I can control. And so that's why I said 9 straight days of streaming without a break at all. My voice was completely shot. I took one day off that really wasn't a day off, because I ended up going out and doing stuff like errands and stuff with Kat. And then when I came back, I overworked myself again with the Christmas weekend stuff. And, you know, it just ended up kind of backfiring. And because people didn't actually tune in necessarily for the holiday stuff like I thought they would, like they had previously. So it ended up kind of be a bust for me. You know, overworking myself and really not getting anything out of it, and then getting sick on top of it.
So, I've had enough excuses. It just seems to me like people are fucking lazy. Step up.
I've always done the wrestling sims, and they were always a hit. This year, they were kind of a bust. The holiday marathon last year was a huge hit. This year, it was a bust, right? And what was different? I don't know.
No one's really talking to me anymore now. Some people are taking off for the night. Gee, guys, do you think that I was faking my illness all along, like some idiots have been saying? Phil's been faking it all along. He's a faker. Idiots. The salty tears. Oh, you're gonna get salt. It's even now, again, my mouth overpowered with salt flavor. What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis. Alright, I'm not dead, but I swear to God I wish I fucking was.
When the Pig Roach finally felt well enough to get around to make his year-end podcast, which came surprisingly a week after Christmas, so that his Pig Roach cult had a little extra spending cash to throw at him. The podcast included a weird rant about Avengers Infinity War that had no place in this podcast at all. It was just a movie that the Pig Roach finally got around to seeing, which he wanted to go ahead and make a review of, which he went ahead and tore down some of the stuff and gave it kind of a ho-hum review, and went on to claim that Kat doesn't like superhero movies. No wonder why it got a bad review from him. Not surprised in the least at all, because slamming something in a review has gotten him quite a boost before. Look at his Sea of Thieves review from earlier in 2018. And he also had another rant about Tut. That's right, Tut from October, who went ahead and gifted him a bunch of subs and did a bunch of cheering, and then ultimately went ahead and tried to do chargebacks, which the Pig Roach claims to this day that he won his money on. Now, he went ahead and messed up Emerald 7's name yet again. That's right, Emerald 7, the guy who gifted him 16k in subs, which goes to be about $12,000 into the piggy's pockets. Why does the Pig Roach mess up his name and not rant about Emerald 7's large contributions that are very similar to what is happening, or what has happened with Tut in the past? We here at the DIA believe that Emerald 7 and the Pig Roach have had open communication through emails back and forth. And I'd like to point to the changing from his tier 1 gifted subs to his tier 3 gifted subs. Seemed to be on a nice little short break that day where the Pig Roach had to use the bathroom, came back, and the tier 3 subs started. That's because the Pig Roach gets a bigger cut of the money from those gifted subs if they're at tier 3. It's also the reason why he hasn't gone in big lengthy rants about how Emerald 7 went ahead and messed up his money flow just like Tut did. But those times are coming, because the Subpocalypse Part 2 will be on us soon, where you'll see 17,000 subs plus go down to sub 500 once again. Will that be the time where the Pig Roach goes ahead and messes up this whole Emerald 7 saga? Maybe. Only time will tell. I just had to go ahead and get that off my chest. So back to the Piggy Pity Podcast. Later in the podcast, the Pig Roach whined about how he couldn't go and see his parents, who are willing to foot the bill to fly him out there, put them in a hotel room, and also have them rent a car. The whole situation behind it is just silly. If I could go see my parents right now and take some time, if I made some money like that, I would do it in a heartbeat. I mean, my parents might be a little closer than the Pig Roaches, but that's not an excuse. He also went ahead and talked about his future plans with the cat, which included maybe marrying his soulmate one day, as well as a possible vacation to California, which means another series of terrible videos from a hotel room, or more than likely a handle of Tanqueray gin will be seen. Excuse me. Special Agent Mighty D is back, and he is going to help us present the evidence of how the guilt trips went down in the Piggy Pity Podcast. And as always, Mighty D, you do great work, my friend. You are one of the greats, and I'd like you to keep it up. And we'll be in contact soon, my friend.
There is is some stuff going on in my life right now personally that I have really not mentioned a lot that I do need to bring up now, okay? And please understand this is very personal to me. This is very private, but it's something that I want to bring up because it's a serious matter, all right? In 2019, at some point, whether sooner or later, I'm going to end up having to go back to Connecticut. I talked to my parents about this, and they told me that I could 100% talk to you guys about it and reveal anything I wanted and be honest with you. I told them I was doing this podcast today, and they said, yes, please go ahead and tell them whatever you want. My parents aren't doing so well, all right? They're getting old, and my mom has had a lot of health issues over the years already. The last few years, you guys noticed I haven't really talked about my dad that much. It's because he's not doing very well. My dad is getting a lot of health issues, both his back, which he basically has, remember my back issue, my herniated disc? Well, he has at least 2, if not 3, in the same situation that I had. So he's really fucked up right now and can barely move around. He's been like this for about 2 years now. And now he's starting to have other health problems. He's starting to have heart problems, okay? So it's a bad situation. It's really bad. And the thing is, my parents are basically telling me, listen, we don't know what's going to happen. We could be around for many more years, or one of us could see a really bad turn for the worse. And that's it, okay? You may have wondered where my parents been, because if you remember when I first moved out here in 2014, they immediately visited me for Christmas of 2014, and then they visited me again in the summer of 2016, remember? And you might be saying, well, what the hell now? It's been like 2.5 years. We've heard nothing about Phil's parents. Well, the bottom line is they're not doing very well at all, okay? And immediately you get a dickhead like ITG Jake. I'm going to read it because I've had enough and he's permanently banned now. Do you want us to give you money to see your parents? Fuck you, Jake. How about that? Fuck you. No, because you don't wait 5 seconds to let me finish what I'm saying. Now, not only are you permanently banned, but now we all get to laugh at you publicly for being an insensitive piece of fucking shit when I'm bearing my heart to the fucking stream. Go fuck yourself. No, I'm not asking anyone for money to go to Connecticut to see my parents. In fact, it's the actual complete polar opposite situation, okay? My parents have basically told me that since, this is a circumstance where they absolutely, not only obviously do they want to spend time with me, they want to meet Kat. Kat has lived with me for almost a year, and I'll be very honest with all of you, I would love to marry her someday. I have no idea if that's in the cards with everything, the way things have been going financially and everything, but obviously I've told my parents this, and they're like, we want to meet her. Like, this is amazing. We want to meet her and spend time with her. Kat is a cat lover. My parents own 3 cats who she would like to meet, obviously. And basically, it's a situation where even though this is no way, okay, is this the best time for this to happen, for me to take time away from work and streaming? It's basically at this point a necessity, a make or break. If I don't go to visit my parents sometime in 2019, I may never see them again. You see what I mean? And it may be one or both. I don't know. They don't know. They're basically telling me we have health issues and we want to see you and we want to meet Kat and we want to spend time with you. And it's not going to be a long time. I already told my parents, I said, if this happens, it can't be a long time. I can't be away from work that long. I have to keep making money. And they said, we understand that. Even if it's just a few days, that would be great. So we can meet Kat. And then they even said, this would be good for you. Take Kat around Connecticut for a day or two and show her your old haunts. Take her to the zoo. Show her the old places you used to like to go shopping and that kind of stuff. So she can see where I came from, which would be really awesome. But also she'd get to meet my parents and spend time with the cats and just have some family time. Because we don't know, honestly, if we'll ever get to have it. My parents' health is so bad they can't even come out here to see me, which sucks. And it really is sad because I thought years ago when they visited me, it might have been one of the last times. But then their health got even worse after that. And I'm just like, with everything else going around, everything else happening, with all the stress and everything going on, this is something that has to happen. And it was funny because I was actually talking to my mom about this on the phone. I said, it would really suck if we come out there, we visit you guys, and we come back home and immediately the next thing I have to do is like sell the house. But if that has to be, I guess it has to be. You know what I mean? So just for pure transparency here, I and Kat will be paying none of this trip if and when it happens. We're hoping it will happen. I already talked to my parents. They said, we're going to take care of it. We understand your financial situation. We couldn't ask for you to pay for any of this stuff. And we will, you know, whether it's you need a hotel room. I don't know if we'll be staying with them. I don't know how the house accommodations are with all of them or whatever. Or we're going to be able to borrow their car, or they're going to get a rental car. I don't know. We haven't worked any of this shit out yet. This is, you know, we just started talking about it last month. And now it looks like probably sometime in January we'll start talking more specifics of a time frame and all of that. We're actually looking at possible time frames the spring. I'll just say that the spring, because it looks like there's some dead times for game releases in the spring. And if it's in the spring, Kat would have time to take time off ahead of time to do it as well, which would be good, rather than her getting in trouble at her job for trying to take time off and stuff like that. So basically, yeah, what we're looking at is probably a few days to a week that sometime in 2019 we're going to be probably going back to Connecticut for just to spend some time with my parents, so Kat can get to know my parents, to show Kat Connecticut or whatever. And that'll honestly, for me, kind of be some closure, because when my parents left here in mid-2016, I was in a very different living situation. It was a very different situation then, and since then, obviously, so much has changed, and I really, really want them to meet Kat and spend time with Kat, because she's been such an amazing person to me in my life, and I think that they deserve to meet someone who I want to spend the rest of my life with. And it's just something so serious that, yeah, it has to happen this year at the latest, because my parents are saying we're at the point where maybe this would be the last chance, because we don't know what's going to happen. So without revealing too many other details, that's kind of the deal. And obviously I would give you guys more details as we got closer to if and when this is going to happen in 2019, but more than likely it's going to. But to clarify once again, for the assholes who will try to make shit up, they'll try to tell you that if you give me funds, it's to go on this trip to Connecticut. False. This is 100% my parents said they're taking care of it. Plane tickets, transportation, accommodations, whatever needs to happen so that we can spend time with them. They're going to take care of it, and that's going to be sometime in 2019. Okay, everybody? Ace H says, I don't know if it's feasible, but is it possible for your parents to come live with you? No, see, that's the thing. It's not. Number one, my dad, sadly, even though my dad's in bad health, he's in a situation where he still has to work like 2 or 3 years to qualify for the full unemployment. Oh, my God. The full retirement benefits that he's supposed to qualify for. So he can't leave his job, and they couldn't. They even said, we doubt we'd be able to make a trip across the country. Like, they want to visit. They wanted to visit for the past 2 years. They said we probably, you know, last year with everything that happened with my breakup with my ex and all of that, they wanted to come out here and help, but my dad was in poor health and they couldn't do it. So there's no way they could make the trip out here. DSP Sauce Walker tipped me $1 and says, have you heard about the Twitch user that got banned for twerking? No, and I have no thoughts about that. I don't know why the hell you're bringing that up at a time like this. What a stupid thing. Okay.
When you show up on the internet and make videos like the Pig Roach, you should be expecting that people will archive and collect things from your past and history. For instance, let's take a look at his face reveal video from 9 years ago.
Hello everyone, DSP here. Bet you're probably shocked
that we're finally meeting face to face, although you kind of look like my camera, which is a little odd. But anyway, just kind of wanted to throw this out there. I know that thousands of people have been freaking out. What does DSP look like? Why does he not show his face? Well, first of all, you're all fags, just so you know. But the reason I haven't shown my face is because when I started this whole thing with YouTube, I didn't, think that it was going to blow up like it has. I didn't think that I was going to have 18,000 subscribers and 19 million channel views within like 7 months. I just thought it was a fun thing to do. I knew Street Fighter 4 was coming out. I actually was one of the first people in the country to play Street Fighter 4 because they got it at Tokyo Game Action, which is an arcade that used to be in Rhode Island. Unfortunately, they've closed down now. And I just kind of wanted to throw it out there and get people interested. And next thing you know, my channel is just blowing up. And another thing that a lot of people ask me is, why do I do what I do? Why do I make so many gameplay videos? And how do I have the time to do it? How do I have the money to do it? Well, it's a combination of two things. First of all, for the first time in a long time, I actually have a steady job that I fairly like. It pays me pretty decently. As you can see here, I am in my new condo, so obviously it pays me pretty decently that I can afford this place. But besides that, I do have a back injury. I have mentioned it before in the channel comments. I've mentioned it in a couple videos, but this is pretty much probably going to be the highest rated video ever on my channel, just because I'm showing my face. So I might as well just kind of get some of the basics down. I don't know how I hurt my back. I have a severely herniated disc in my lower back, and really there's no explanation. It's not like I fell, it's not like I was in a car accident, or I was lifting some heavy shit and I'm like, oh, and nothing like that. Just, it happened. And so because of that, I have pain a lot when I stand up for longer periods of time, when I drive a car on the highway for more than just a couple seconds actually, or when I drive long distances at slower speeds. In addition to that, obviously I can't do anything like dance or do any kind of strenuous physical activity like sports or anything like that, just very basic stuff. So pretty much since this injury came to light last fall, I tried to figure out what am I going to do with my time, because I can't go out much anymore. And so I decided to play video games. I mean, I love video games. I played them since I was a kid. My first game console was the Atari 7800, which I loved, and I've been playing them ever since. Now, admittedly, I have not been playing them as hardcore as I am now. It's always just been like a casual thing. I grab a game here or there that I like, and of course I play every Street Fighter game. But, I decided, hey, why not? I see a lot of people doing it online, and rather than me just sit here and play the games by myself, why not share it with people, and be, fun with the games and make jokes and do commentary and do something that other people aren't doing. Everyone else does playthroughs, and what do? They just fucking play the game. Well, I don't care. I don't want to see someone just playing the game. I want to hear what you think about the game. Is this a shitty game? Is this a game that's interesting to you? Would you recommend that other people buy this game? Or, a lot of the times you go to these stupid review websites and all these schlubs have been fucking paid off by these game companies, and you can tell when you get a game like Little Big Planet. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hateful comments for that one. But a pretty average game overall that got these amazing glowing reviews about how you can make your own levels and all this shit. And when it comes down to it, the game's 6 hours long, the level maker isn't that good, and pretty much you're bored with the game after one playthrough. I mean, the average gamer did not enjoy that game. And I tried to portray that in my playthrough of that game, and hopefully a lot of people are watching my playthroughs because they understand that I am very honest with what I do. So that's pretty much why I do what I do. I love the games, and I hope to keep up with them. So what's up with me? Well, let's see. Well, today I actually got my first condo bill, my first bill from the mortgage company, and yeah, I almost shit my pants, I have to admit. It was pretty fucking huge, and now realizing that I actually have to pay that amount every single month until I sell this condo eventually, a little bit scary of a thought, but you know what? It's worth it. This fucking place is awesome. My own place. What you're going to get to finally see is I'm going to get to do videos like this one where, I have my own place. I have free reign. I don't have roommates. There's no parents around. I can just fucking do whatever I want and film whatever I want and use this space to my advantage. And I really think that eventually it is going to come to my advantage. Do I only plan on doing video game playthroughs in the future? The answer is no. I've done a lot, obviously, and I do plan to continue to do those. However, I don't want to make it so that every day I come home from work or from school and I feel obligated to make videos that day. I know a lot of you have been hooked on the videos, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate, the viewer base, and that you guys come back no matter what I'm doing to view me. But
I don't want to just play video games. I want to do other stuff. I want to travel. I don't know if you've checked out my alternate channel, The King of Hate HD, yet. But, you know, I went on a trip to Chicago, and I took videos there. I go to different places and, you know, joystick tutorials, because that's something I'm interested in. I got a bunch of modded sticks actually under my coffee table here that I'm sure you'll see eventually. Just crazy stuff. I want to go to, like, gaming conventions. I want to go to, you know, these Comic-Con. I want to do this stuff and make videos and give you my honest reactions to stuff that's going on, because I think not only would it be interesting, it would be pretty funny, and, you know, a lot of people ask for that kind of stuff. They say, we like the games you play, but we don't necessarily want to always see you playing games. You're ever going to do anything else. And who knows, maybe I'll do movie reviews, maybe I'll do skits, maybe I'll do, I mean, the possibilities are endless. And that is the cool thing about YouTube, that you can kind of throw anything out there and you get that massive viewer base. Please do check out my partner channel. It's The King of Hate HD. This video I'll be posting on both the Dark Side Phil, which is the game playthrough channel, and the King of Hate HD channel, so that everyone gets exposed and everyone kind of gets a little primer of, you know, what I'm doing here, why I do it, and a little bit of information about me. To answer the question everyone asks, no, I don't record straight from the feed. I have a digital camera which I'm using right now. It's a Sony HD digital camera. For details on what the camera is, go to my Dark Side Phil channel. Everything's on the left-hand side that you could ever possibly want to fucking ask me. I don't understand why people just can't read, but hopefully now, throwing this video out there, people will actually go there rather than ask me silly questions. So anyway, thanks for viewing. Thanks for subscribing. If this is the first time, you know, that you're seeing this, I hope that this kind of explains what I do. I want to do a lot of different things. I want to do some collaborative reviews, actually. I have a lot of funny friends who I think, you know, it would be beneficial to have them come over when I'm playing the games to kind of give their takes, or maybe even take turns playing a game, or if there's a multiplayer game where we can play, like maybe Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. That might be a great idea, to have a bunch of us playing it together rather than me just playing it by myself or with people online. But I don't know yet. You know, I haven't decided. It's something to mull over, so... oh, one more thing. All you idiots saying that I'm a morbidly obese, what are you, fucking stupid? No, I mean, I got a chubby face, I always have since I was a kid, but I'm not morbidly obese. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, you guys, that asshole who made some joke about me looking like a Rufus. Really, some of the internet people just need to get lives, and, you know, you gotta deal with that when you get viewership like I do, so... It's cool. People like to make jokes, people like to make fun. You have to understand that what I do, especially my Street Fighter 4 game matches, is it's all for fun. It's all a joke. It's not always 100% ultimately fucking serious. I'm kind of playing for the camera because people like that. It's funny to make jokes, to complain about a joystick, to say there's lag when sometimes there isn't, sometimes there isn't, or whether you can see it or not. That's just funny. You know, just me sitting there playing a game. Wow, what's so fucking interesting about that? But me adding funny comments, jokes, things like that, ridiculous things that I just say out of nowhere, that's where the fun comes from. So, I just want to say thanks a lot to everyone. I hope to entertain you in the future. Please go to my partner channel, The King of Hate HD, and click on the ads that show up on the videos there, because hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, that actually starts giving me some money back for what I'm doing. I mean, it's not cheap to do what I'm doing. I bought a lot of games, a lot of equipment, and now I have my own condo, which is basically my studio, to do whatever the hell I want. So, you know, anything that you can give back is much appreciated. I also do have the PayPal donation on the left-hand side of my Dark Side Phil channel. It explains how to go to PayPal and what, you know, email address to send a donation to, darksidephil@hotmail.com. I've gotten many donations, and as I said before, if you send me a donation of, you know, $10, $15, $20 or more, I'll mention your name in a video, because I do appreciate that. So, thanks a lot. Oh, there's my token burp for you to end this little video. This will not be the last that you'll see of me, obviously. I hope that, you know, as I do things and I go places, maybe I'll interview people, maybe I'll make joke skits and things, and, like, you know, maybe just rant if I have a bad day at fucking work or something in the news pisses me off. You know, I'll just be able to kind of have a vent to let go of that emotion. So, thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the future.
So a couple things about that video. He called people faggots. For some weird reason. I don't know why. He goes off and excuses that as part of the Wild West days of YouTube. But also, he went ahead and asked his viewers to go to his other channel and click on the ads. That's right. That broke terms of service for AdSense, which terminated that contract and terminated his AdSense account. Therefore, he went with a partnered network, like Machinima. And when they dropped out on him, he had to get another AdSense account. Panda Lee. What a coincidence. That's weird. Used her AdSense account to go ahead and make sure he was making money off of his YouTube videos. And then after that, when she left him, he had this weird thing with Curse that went down, where Curse sent out a mass email to their partners, letting them know that they had to be dropped for various reasons. And the Pig Roach decided to revise that and let us know, or his viewer audience know, that he was more than that. That they had to call him personally and talk to him personally about it. And that seems to be not the case at all. There was also the time where he got booted off of Blip TV. You can still see that whole mess over there on YouTube, thanks to people who've archived it. He still hasn't really fully atoned for those mistakes, nor does he take ownership for it. He just claims that it was part of the times. But there was no time for that kind of talk. There was no need for it, yet he thought it was funny. He took it over the line, got taken down, complained to Blip TV. When nothing happened, he went back to YouTube. Other little changes in his history have occurred that he's tried to revise. Take a look at his ongoing, partner network narratives, or the fact that he's trying to revise lore about fellow detractors as well. It's a good thing that people like myself, the Almighty One, praise be, Mr. Huth, David Davison, and many others, like Vault Boy, have been around for many years, preserving the Pig Roach history, before he changes it or removes it entirely. Calling him out on these changes is one of the things that we want to do here more at the DIA. And for this season of the Pig Roach Files, I want to ask you, the Good Samaritans and fellow agents out there, if you can go ahead and let us know down in the comment section of what you would like to see us here at the DIA do a deep lore dive on. Could be anything, being I've been around for nearly the whole tenure legacy, and I would like to bring up my knowledge and insight into some of these lore topics. So I'm looking forward to hearing your input. I'd also like to say thank you for enjoying another episode of the Pig Roach Files. We have a few new projects coming up that are in the works right now, as well as some live streaming in the future, because that's been fun and entertaining for me. And I hope that you've enjoyed it as well. And I will see all of you Good Samaritans really soon. And as always, be safe out there. I'll see you next time for another episode of the Pig Roach Files.